Hello everyone, welcome to Landscapes of Power channel. Have you ever found yourself staring blankly at a familiar face, desperately trying to remember their name, only to feel that sinking feeling of defeat when it just won't come to you? Or maybe you've walked into a room only to forget why you went in there in the first place. It's frustrating, isn't it? Memory is a fascinating yet perplexing aspect of our minds. Today, let's dive into how memory works and why we forget. First off, let's talk about what memory actually is. Memory isn't just a simple storage system. It's more like a complex web of interconnected experiences, emotions, and knowledge. When we experience something, our brain encodes that information. It's like taking a snapshot of a moment. But here's the kicker. Not all snapshots are created equal. Some moments are vivid and colorful, while others fade into the background noise of our lives. There are three main stages of memory: encoding, storage, and retrieval. Encoding is when we first take in information. Think of it as the first draft of a book. It's raw, unrefined, and full of potential. Storage is where we keep that information, like placing the finished book on a shelf. Retrieval is when we pull that book off the shelf and read it again. But just like a book can get dusty or even lost, so can our memories. Now, why do we forget? There are several reasons. One major reason is interference. Imagine you're trying to remember where you parked your car, but someone keeps asking you about your plans for the weekend. That distraction can cause interference, making it harder to retrieve that memory. Our brains are constantly bombarded with information, and sometimes the new stuff pushes out the old stuff, like an overcrowded closet. Another reason we forget is decay. Over time, memories can fade if they're not revisited or reinforced. Think of it like a muscle that atrophies if you don't use it. If you learned a language in school but haven't spoken it in years, it's likely that those words and phrases have slipped away. Similarly, if you don't reminisce about a certain event or person, the details can become hazy. And then, there's the emotional aspect of memory. Our brains are wired to remember emotional events more vividly than mundane ones. This is because emotions act as a sort of highlighter for our memories. Think about the last time you experienced something truly joyous or heartbreaking. Those moments are etched in your mind, while the details of an average Tuesday might blend together. But here's the twist. Sometimes we forget the painful memories as a way to protect ourselves. It's a survival mechanism. Our brains can selectively forget to help us cope with trauma, which can be both a blessing and a curse. Let's not forget about the role of attention in memory. If you're scrolling through your phone during a conversation, chances are you're not fully absorbing what's being said. Our brains need focus to encode memories effectively. Multitasking might seem efficient, but it often leads to forgetfulness. So the next time you find yourself zoning out during a meeting, remember that your brain is trying to tell you something. It's not being rude, it's just overwhelmed. Now, here's an interesting fact. Memory isn't a perfect recording. It's more like a game of telephone. Every time we recall a memory, we may unintentionally alter it. New experiences and information can reshape our recollections. This is why eyewitness testimonies can be so unreliable. Our memories are malleable, and that's both incredible and a little scary. So, what can we do to improve our memory and combat forgetfulness? First, practice mindfulness. Being present in the moment can help strengthen your encoding process. Second, try to engage with the information actively. Instead of passively reading or listening, take notes, discuss, or teach someone else. This reinforces those memories and makes them stick. Finally, revisit your memories. Look through old photos, journal about your experiences, or simply share stories with friends. The more you engage with your memories, the stronger they become. In the end, memory is a beautiful, intricate part of being human. It shapes who we are, connects us to our past, and helps us navigate the world. So embrace the forgetfulness. After all, it's just one part of a much larger story. Remember, it's not just about what we forget. It's about the moments we hold on to and the connections we make along the way. Thanks for watching this video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to this channel for more history updates.